adventure. We got put up flow. I can say you're my back. You might jump back. Yeah, what you share? Yeah. Anytime I'm a steps, fucking tiny. Taka one, but just that tag. Do the style, you know we don't papa. Keep on a vapala, vachenga vatala, makampala. Yeah, come for the cat to Katali. We push and swing strong like Netabi.
Away, land of the brave, Namibians. How are you guys doing? NSK here. The last time we spoke, the last time we were on this couch, we had Sula on this couch, and we gave him his right of reply. And well, he replied though. He said some things, and I know there was some comments that were said, and you know, some comments were exchanged. But that's the whole beauty of a podcast, isn't it? Every person gets the opportunity to own their truth. And that has been the case since we started this baby, the visualization of Industry Loop, a column that we started with this incredible newspaper, The New Era, since 2014. We've just added a bit of a visuals now. That's since last year. My name is NSK. Thank you so much once again for joining us. Now, today's episode is officially the first edition of 2024. Obviously, we had to pause a little bit, give respect where it's due, knowing that we've lost our third president, and knowing for a fact that he was a lover of arts, knowing for a fact that he embraced what we crazy people do. Look at my hair, even. He embraced us, you know what I mean? He understood us as artists. So yes, as an industry, we decided we taking a bit of a pause on our activities until such time that we are able to continue with it. Industry Loop was no different. Anyhow, today's episode, right, features a lady, features a boss for that matter. She has been in everyone's WhatsApp groups. She's been on gossip columns. She's been on everyone's lips. But we really want to understand, what is her story? Because everyone has a perception of her. Everyone has a story of her. Do you understand? Everyone has their version of who she is. And today we're going to put it to rest. Today we're going to understand who is this lady, who is this woman, and who is this incredible queen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I need you to help me welcome Julia, the boss lady.
Thank you. How are you?
How are you doing, Julia?
Feel my heart. I don't know, every time I'm having an interview, especially yours. I don't know, I'm feeling so nervous.
Are you nervous right now?
Feel my heart.
Are you serious? Okay.
No, wait first. Maybe you can smell my perfume right now. I don't know. I want you to smell me too.
All right, okay, yes, okay, go ahead, okay. All right. The whole atmosphere. This is probably $1,000 worth of a perfume.
Feel my heart.
Okay.
How do I smell?
First of all, you smell incredible.
How does my heart beat?
Your heart is beating like Frankie Fredericks, like Christine Bomber or something. But you have no reason to be nervous.
I don't
Julia.
trust podcasts. I don't know why. I just don't trust podcasts.
And this is why we did this, Julia. We said, listen, Namibia needs a podcast.
Yeah.
Namibia needs a podcast where all the superstars can feel safe to come and own their truth.
Okay, so I'm safe?
You are safe.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Here at the New Era, here with the NSK and Industry Loop, you are safe.
Okay.
Because admit it, Julia, you watch the biggest podcast around the world. You watch the McG's. You watch, what is it? The other guy now with Kate Williams, Mr. Makoya, Shav Shady. What is his name? Something Shady Shav.
And Joe.
And exactly Joe Biden and everyone. Yeah. So Namibia needs our podcast.
Of course.
And you are a big proponent of creating Namibian content.
Thank you.
And stuff that is ours. But let's first start off, Julia, by asking, who is Julia? Where are you from? Are you from Windhoek? Are you from the north? Are you from Mobish Bay? Where are you from?
I was born in Tsumeb.
You were born in Tsumeb?
Yes.
That explains the beauty, ladies and gentlemen. Beauty.
Tsumeb is beautiful, girls.
Yeah.
But then I grew up in Ongwediva.
Okay.
My parents moved from Tsumeb in Ongwediva. But then I schooled here. But actually, I'm an Ongwedivan girl.
You are more of an Ongwedivan girl.
Yes.
But the roots, the how to put it, the foundation is in Tsumeb.
Yeah, of course.
The family house is in the
that's where we started. No, the family moved, but
Yeah. Is this now Nomtop or is it now Soweto? What are those areas again? If you remember.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I don't remember.
Yeah. Where did you finish your high school?
Debra.
Yeah. So you were actually St.
Joseph.
St. Joseph. Yeah. So you actually grew up a very disciplined child, like because you know, like all the St. Joseph's kids that I know, so St. Joseph's kids that I know, they're very like disciplined. They have that foundation about them.
That's in me.
So now the question begs is, fine, you finish high school, do you go to varsity or do you come to Windhoek, to come Zula?
As soon as I finished high school, I wanted to present an award.
With the Namas now?
The Namas. And I had to call someone to give me, you know, Timekanjo's number. I wrote an email. And then, he was like, write me a reason why you deserve to present an award. Because that time I'm nobody. I was like, no, the main reason is because I'm from Ongwediva. Everybody's from Windhoek. Why can't we have someone from Ongwediva? That was my reason. And mind you, my email was Julia Nicki Minaj. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you had the
so unserious, name. So unserious. To my surprise, he gave me a chance. I think it's the boldness. It was like the curiosity. He gave me a chance when I presented an award.
Do you remember what year this was?
Yeah, it was 2013. Yep.
2013. Who even won that category? Do you remember?
Exit
won that category.
That was his first award.
That was his the best Kwaito?
Yes, the first award when Musha was just winning and he was not getting anything. That's the one I gave.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So, obviously, now that you mentioned the Minaj thing, we all know that you are Minaj, you know, Julia Minaj, or Julia Nicki Minaj, and you're a certified Barbie.
Yeah.
Right? Are you still a certified Barbie, by the way?
I'm a huge fan of Nicki Minaj because I was always insecure about my bumps, but Nicki Minaj came to make us appreciate people are paying for this. I'm like, oh, okay. That's when I fell in love because it boosted my confidence. And I was like,
Walk us through that process of going from Nicki Minaj, from Julia Minaj to Julia Boss Lady.
Lady May.
Lady May inspired you?
She gave me that name.
Boss Lady?
Yes. Because I used to manage her. And I was just Julia Minaj. And then every time people will ask, oh, when can we have this or when can we book you? She'll be like, speak to the boss lady. That's how the name just got on me. And then she will always come and say, hey, what's up, boss lady? And then, so the name grew on me that now, let's say if you had to meet back then, she will say, no, this is Julia. She's the boss. She's my boss. She's the boss lady. So now if I have to come and call you, you'll be like, which Julia? I'm like, Lady May, oh, the boss lady. That's how the name grew on me.
So you were there even before Lady May took took that spiritual decision to move over to Christian music and to walk a Christian path. So perhaps then that's where I need to come to Olive Agency now, which is your baby. Right? Where did you establish Olive Agency, and at what point did you see, listen, there's potential here? Yes, I'm Julia Minaj, I'm in Windhoek, I'm Zulaing, I'm at the biggest parties, I'm mingling with the biggest celebrities, but I can actually make money from this. I can actually make a living from this.
It's actually all Lady May again.
Seriously? Wait, so you and Lady May actually have a very strong relationship?
No, she gave birth to all of this. I won't even lie. I was just doing it for fun because it was just fun. Like, not that I was having my own dreams, pursue being, you know, being a wife. Just then she's like, manage me. She's always throwing me invoices to talk on her behalf. Because she was my friend. Then she said, make me, just say you are my manager. Eventually I became a manager in the process. And then she was like, okay, but now when you are writing emails, I was Julia Nicki Minaj, remember? She was like, the companies can't take you serious.
Exactly,
So even if you're writing invoice, it has to come from a company because I'm her manager. That's now when we came together and she said, you have to have a name. You're like, which name? And that's how we came up with Olive Entertainment.
So Olive Entertainment, wow. Shout out to Lady May. You see, and this is why this is why we have this podcast. How many people knew that?
A lot of people don't know. They just see us together most of the time, but they don't understand. I would have not even been where I was today. Probably it was part of the journey, but I've worked with Sola, of course. He's my mentor. Like he helped me. He gave me doors at the beginning because I was doing it for fun. Sola and Charlie, that period I was just doing it for the fun of doing it, no purpose of being where I'm at today. I didn't have these dreams. I didn't wake up and say, 10 years from now, I want to be here, the biggest manager. No. I was just doing things for fun, where just Lady May, she's the one who grabbed me and didn't let me go.
You see, and I'm happy that you mentioned Sula now. I was going to ask you this. Sula, let me just give you context.
Yeah,
just going back. We had Liz Ross on the show last year. And she was basically saying, in one of the things that she was saying that she hated when Sula would say that he made her. Do you understand? And because she feels like, no, but she also made herself, it's her talent that got her where she was, etc., etc. Sula comes back and says, yeah, but that's disrespectful because I give you the platform. Who were you before your countdown?
Of course.
So dare I ask you, Julia, you said Sula played a big role.
A huge one.
Also, in terms of, especially just your business side of things.
A huge one.
A huge one. Will you say that he made you or he was part of your journey? How would you describe it?
Let me just put it more, I'm a very Christian person. In short, God created us. I was not Eve or Adam, but then through generation, my mom, my mom says, I gave birth to you, but we can't take that away, but it still goes back to the roots. So I feel like Sula is just fighting from the point of roots, even though you went to give birth to the next person. Yes, we came together, we made a baby. We didn't see God take the clay, of course, but you can never run away from the roots.
And the roots is God.
And
in this sense,
not that He's God,
not that He's God, sorry.
He's the foundation.
He's the foundation.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, moving into all of entertainment, Lady May is your first client. At what point did Olive Oil Agency blow up? Because obviously Lady May's career also blew up on the side, right? Her career took a fantastic turn for the ride. She was doing things on the continent.
I swear.
So was that perhaps also the gateway for Olive Agency?
I won't put it in such because, as I said, because of Sula, that's why I go back. I was already blowing up because of P Square, Troy Songs. When I gave Troy Songs the t-shirt, that time I didn't know Lady May. You see, the opportunity Sula played in my role, but I was having all this context that was just hanging in the air, like as Julia. That's where people were confused as you're saying, what does she do? There was nothing to make people understand. They just find me there, but they don't understand my purpose. Why am I there? What did I do? That's now when Lady May step in and say, put your accolades together. Let people understand your role and the work you do. By not being Nicki Minaj, it's like, have a foundation, a sense of foundation where corporate companies can take you serious. If you have to venture this into business. That's how we started with Olive Entertainment. And so what the role Lady May played was actually, she took me from the music industry to the music business. I was just in it for fun. Then she elevated me to the business world of how to make money from it and how you can get the respect from what you do and all of that. That's now where the whole rebranding came on. So now these things I used to do as Nicki Minaj, I didn't care. And then she's like, a boss will not do that. A boss will not dress up like that. A boss will not respond like that.
A boss will not twerk.
A boss will not twerk. That's why I started changing, and that's why people are still confused. There are people who are still stuck with Julia Nicki Minaj, but then there's a whole new boss lady. So people are not familiar. It's like, who is she? Why is she acting like we don't know her? It's not the same.
You mentioned Trey Songs and so on. I remember I hosted the 081 Fest, the MTC Fest, where Davido was here. It was Davido and who's the other Nigerian superstar? Oh my word!
Yes, another song.
The Runtown and Runtown. Yeah, Runtown was here just to celebrate MTC's 081
of course.
Customers and so on, and I remember so well. There was someone, like as an MC, like especially a big show like that, you have someone that can whisper in your ear, listen, do A, B, C, and D, and so on. And I remember so well. There was someone that came to me and they're like, listen, we need to give a shout out to Olive Agency, and we need to like make sure that Olive Agency is. So in my head, I'm like, I know V is Olive Agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have a knack, or you manage a knack for all these world stars, okay? And this is even you man. Listen, you have had dinners and pictures and moments with people like Raheem Sterling, with Joe Cole,
Rick Ross.
We'll get to this. The Rick Ross one, we have to talk about it in detail.
Okay.
Because you have a whole business deal with him, right? How did it get to that point? Like, how did you find Lady May inspired you to say, look, listen, move from Nicki Minaj to the business side of things, to the boss lady things. Sula provided you that opportunity to say, look, listen, press there, there's an opportunity there. But at the end of the day, you needed to have the brain and the ambition to say, I'm not going to limit myself to the land of the brave. I'm not going to limit myself to Namibia.
Yeah.
So where did it spark? Where did it like hit off for you?
I think there's something called predestined. As sometimes you are born, we have these dreams. This is what I want to be, but there's something already predestined. Before you came on earth, there was already a purpose for you. 100%. That if it was meant for you, it will channel you without even you looking for it. Why some of us work hard, probably is not where we're meant to go or when we're meant to be. So now in this situation is that, as I said, I was doing it for fun. I saw P-Square in the newspapers. I hollered at Sula and said, Sula, I want to be part of this. Can I work with P-Square? It's like, oh, how much do you want? I was like, I don't want to be paid because I was not doing it for the money. You see, I don't want to.
P-Square, and at that time,
it's just like, P-Square. I just wanted to be on the show. You see, I don't want to be paid, but I just want to meet P-Square. Let me take care of P-Square. He's like, these are my big clients. You mustn't mess up. I'm like, I'll really take care of them. I asked Sula, put me here. You see, a lot of us, Sula, they're all people working. These ones are doing logistics, what. I told him, I just want to host the artist. I want to take care of the artist. But to my surprise, the artist liked my vibe so much that Sula was like, this, even him is not what he was expecting. They were telling him, yo, that girl, she took care of us. And then I didn't even know I had it in me to host people of that caliber. You understand? That we exchange numbers, and then again, these people are big. The world is watching. They will tag me. That's how people started from outside. They started DMing me and tagging, oh, how much is P-Square? Then I realized, oh, okay, there's a whole business from just taking a picture with the celebrities. Other opportunities come. And then tomorrow, when you meet another artist, just because they've seen you with P-Square and he was big at the time, it's like, that's when I've realized there's a say that says, if they see you, sorry, my language, if they see you, automatically, they.
And that's the entertainment
industry. That's where,
yes,
that's how it all started for me. You see, now when Trey Songz came, I was like, I want to try it again. Same thing. Trey Songz, they like my vibe. That it didn't end with Namibia. I got another opportunity that when Trey Songz had to come to South Africa 3 months later after he left Namibia.
They made contact with you.
They made contact with me to go introduce them to Trey Songz, and they flew me to South Africa, you see. Then I see, the more I take pictures with celebrities, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scene that people don't see. The more opportunities started coming. That's where people just see. The only thing they see again is another picture, but they don't understand
the process.
There's a lot that's happening behind that picture. That's why people can see the chemistry. They can see this is not just any picture, because there's a lot that I've contributed to. Maybe I didn't contribute at this show, but meeting them, I've contributed them on another side of their career.
You see, one of the things that naysayers say about you is that you are just at the right place at the right time. You pay for that $1,000 VIP, and you get the chance to take a picture. You see?
Wow.
And you see, and as an analyst, I would look at these pictures, I would look at these videos, and just like you said, they don't look like, because we are all groupies and fans of these big superstars. You hear what I mean? Like, I want to be in South Africa. I want to be in Hollywood. If I meet Denzel Washington right now, I'll kiss his feet. Do you understand? But when you are with these superstars, and when you analyze these pictures and when you analyze these videos, it's almost as if they know you by name.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So maybe let's use this opportunity right now before we go for a quick small break. Let's use this opportunity right now to debunk a theory that has always been there. That either, number one, you are just at the right place at the right time, you buy your VIP ticket to 1,005 and you take a picture. Wow. Or you are involved one way or another with these people. Is it any of the case, or is it just, listen, you are just anointed and you're ambitious, and it just so happened that they enjoyed your hospitality so much so that they want you in their aura when they're in Africa or when you go that side?
I'll just answer you simple. My whole entire life, any concert you've seen me with, I've never paid anything. Never. Not a cent, not a dollar, nothing. And I've never been in the crowd. I've always been backstage. My whole entire life. From zero. From the first ever event.
From that Diva.
Yes. Until now, I've never paid for any concert. Never been in the crowd either.
Because the superstars themselves, apart from P Square now, and apart from Trey Songs, the superstars themselves, they demand for you.
I go back. If they see you people they fuck with, they'll fuck with you. Very simple.
You know what? Because Lady May has played a big role in Julia's life and her career, I think we need to check out a song by Lady May. And because I'm an old soul, look at me. Because I'm an old soul, I think we'll go all the way back.
Yeah.
You must know which song I'm going to go back to.
I don't know. Let me guess.
Take a guess.
Zoom?
Zoom is also a nice. Zoom is a nice song.
I don't know.
Zoom is a very nice. I can't. You see now that you mentioned Zoom, I cannot ignore it. You know what? Zoom featuring Berthold, Lady May. We'll be back in a bit. Lady May Africa. Because that's also another drama that happened. Lady May Africa featuring Berthold. Zoom. Stick around. So that was Lady May Africa featuring Berthold. At the time, she was just Lady May, okay, with Zoom Zoom. Also, for some reason, people always confuse me with Berthold. And I just feel like I'm way much more cuter. Like, why would you confuse me with anyways. We've got Julia Boss Lady here. And we're just talking about her career. We're talking about her life. We're talking about some people's perceptions and the general populace in terms of what they think of her, and also just her successes. Julia, obviously the type of work that you do is a people-intensive job, okay? You deal with people, and human beings are very tricky, okay? You work with Himba Boy for a while, for a very long time, for a while.
4 years.
4 years, and I think that's how I met you, through Himba Boy, through work that you did with Himba Boy. I was still at Energy at the time, and you were extremely aggressive. You know what I mean? And at the time, I even remember she put Himba Boy on a billboard. Yeah. And at the time, it was unheard of because even the biggest artists in the country they were not on billboards. You know, walk us through the Himba Boy relationship. Why was this project such a passion project for you? And yeah, let's start there. Let's start there.
Yeah,
why Himba Boy?
I was at the Copper Festival in Tsumeb. So we were driving with Maporisa back from Tsumeb to Windhoek.
Maporisa. Yes. She says it so nonchalantly. We were just driving back with Maporisa.
So we're just having a conversation, and I started asking, he was from Uhuru. I started asking him the same way you asking, like, how is who? He's like, I'm on my own now, I gotta focus on the young ones, the young ones are the only ones who will appreciate you. These people, they don't see the difference that what you've contributed because it becomes, it's me. And then she's like, Julia, you gotta work with the young ones. These old ones, you're just wasting your time. I'm like, yeah, like right now, I'm even looking for a young one to sign. That time, there's no Amapiano, there's no Capsa, there's nothing.
Exactly. Yes,
so it was probably his vision, which is now working. That's why if you look at my producer today, it's just young ones, new artists from nowhere. So I could see he's living
6-7 years
yes,
ago.
He's living in his vision. So he gave me a task. I should find a talented artist, a young one. I started searching. I came across, I went to a function. Then I saw Himba Boy's father. He said, what do you do? I'm like, oh, no, I'm into music. He's like, my son has been trying this music, you must hear him out. Just because maybe it's the father, it took me, oh, okay, give me his number, let me call him. Then I thought, the dots were just connecting. My producer needs a young one. Maybe this is him. I didn't even have a chance to audition to find. So when I found Himba Boy, I love his type of music. I thought he's talented. I reached out to my Maporisa, my piano started taking off, or it Gom? I don't know, between the two. It was Gom, between the two.
Yeah. And I'm sure that time he was also working with Major League, Major Lazer, sorry.
Major Lazer, yes.
So that was, he was on a world
exactly.
stage.
So before all of that, I could say the guy got busy because the breakthrough started just for my Maporisa was already there, but he came back again, like, boom, where he ventured from this house to these genres that took over, Gom or my piano between the two. Now I was left with this artist that I already promised. My job was just to deliver him to Maporisa. I felt so sorry.
So you were actually looking for talent for Maporisa?
Yeah. He asked me, and then I already told this guy I'm just waiting for his call. We've been waiting, and I was like, man, I already gave this guy so much hopes and the father, let me give it a shot. That's not how the whole journey with Himba Boy started. And I gave it a shot, and I gave it my all, my 100% to think, okay, maybe now Maporisa. I was still waiting for Maporisa to jump on. That's why I was being aggressive, but he also keeps elevating and elevating. The next thing is Caps that the small, next thing.
It's worldwide.
I was just left with this guy, and I did my best. I did my part. It was, as I said, it was not planned out. Said I'm looking for. It was not for me.
So you're not exactly. Your specialization is not actually music management.
No,
it's actually not music management.
Connection.
It's connection. It's plugging. It's putting the person in front of the right person and being in the boardroom, saying your name in front of the right people.
to be safe.
A&R to be safe. Okay. What was your biggest success with Himba Boy?
I mean, just until now, like, who don't know Himba Boy? Before me, it was only his friends and family. So my biggest success is the fact that that name is still sticking to people, and the brand, the legacy is still there. It's just that it's timing, you know. Everything is about timing. Because also, the level that I was at, as I told you, I never woke up and had a whole strategy that I want to manage artists, I'm going to do this. Things were just coming along my way while I was also headed to my direction, trying to find myself. You know, so it's difficult to put on someone to the vision that you have if you yourself didn't even reach half that vision.
Yes.
It's so difficult, you see. So I felt like I don't regret anything that came my way because I was still finding myself. But let's say if today, if I'd met Himba Boy today, if the timing was right now, but again, I thank Himba Boy for the journey of back then because he contributed to me to be where I'm at today too. It's all part of the journey. It's predestined. That's why I realized I always look back at my life and I feel like these things were already written before I was even born. Because every time I look back, it played a role. This is why I had to meet them there, right there at that spot at that time. That I always look back until then. Man, I wish this was the time I was managing Ledime. This was the time I was managing Himba Boy. Because I have the connections now. But then both of them, funny enough, Ledime is doing gospel, Himba Boy is no longer doing music.
So it's like, oh, guys.
You get my point? Now that I could,
again, you are in a people-intensive game. And along the way, you also have a well-documented friendship, should I say, complicated friendship with Osimedem Kahukwena.
Yeah.
and I've experienced the two of you guys both together in the same space. Or at the time, what I initially saw was just two people who really love each other.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about that friendship just in the beginning. How did you guys meet? Like, where did it spark? Because Miriam is also, she's also an internationalist.
Yeah.
Do you understand? She has done worldwide. She has done incredible things. One of Namibia's best ambassadors. But where did your friendship start?
No, I met Miriam in a club through my cousin Dalton. This girl was
Ashikoto.
Yes.
Dalton Ashikoto is your cousin.
Yeah, my grandmother's name is Ashikoto.
Okay.
Yeah, to my grandma.
So superstar blood is just in your blood. Superstar division is in your blood. Okay. So you met through
just here in
Namibia.
Namibia. Yeah. I'm sitting with Dalton because I like just to sit in a club. I don't really move too much dance, but that's where I get my focus to connect. And so my mind is always just business. Because that's why I don't drink. I'm too sober for some things to like. I feel like everybody's watching. Maybe if you drink, you don't care who's watching you. Yeah. I see this girl.
So you don't drink. How long has it been now?
No, I've never drank in my life.
You've never drank in your life?
I've never tasted alcohol. Not even that belay.
Not even.
I don't know how it tastes.
Yeah, but high school?
Never.
Primary school?
Never.
Even when you tried to like steal
I've
that
never
savannah from your mother's.
I've never drank.
Yeah.
Never.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So you meet her in the club now.
I see this energetic. I'm like, I know this is Namibia, but she can't be from Namibia. This girl is wild. You know, her energy was and then the way she talks, and I was just fixated by her confidence. I thought I was confident until I've met her.
Yeah, Miriam is on another level.
You know, she felt everything was so fast. Oh, I love you so much. You're so beautiful. Let's go for lunch tomorrow. Everything was just happening so fast. And I'm like, I just met this girl, and she really called me the next day. Hey, babe, it's me. Let's go. Like in the DM, you know, like Instagram.
Yeah.
She's very friendly. Like, follow me on Instagram. She was always that time. Miriam had like 3,000 followers when I met her, and then when we finally went for lunch and I got to understand what she does, I was like, how come I don't know you and nobody in Namibia knows you? That time nobody knew Miriam.
That's true.
Because she just comes and go.
Yeah, because she was literally on international runways all the time. More like Louis Monana. Like they were really outside more.
Yes, that inside we couldn't really credit them for. And I was like, man, it's not. Then she was trying to do this whole fashion show thing for her bikini. And I'm like, the work you have done, it's not even fair. You have to take money from your pockets. Why don't you meet investors, sponsors? Because I mean, you have done so much work that let me introduce you to the right people so that, and go, let the media know about you. Let people know there's someone who's representing Namibia and we don't even know. The government don't know. Nobody knows about this. Then I started calling all my big influence. That's why she keeps saying, Julia, connect me. Because that's when she started realizing now people at home know me, I'm popular, and she's of course grateful for that. And as I said, everything is just predestined. It's just part of it made me realize my strength, and it also contributed to her exposure on another level from Namibia. Because at the end of the day also, if you're representing a country and people from back home don't know you, the myth is not mything.
Yeah.
How can you get my point? The myth,
and Namibia is such a weird country. When it comes to that, I
very
promise
weird.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how our relationship and friendship started.
Yeah. Where did it go wrong though? Because at some point there was a public display of negativity towards each other. Where did it go wrong, and where is the friendship right now?
I mean, I still love her to bits, and she knows she loves me to bits, and she knows. The thing is, you get to meet friends. You find someone who's aggressive, like the way they speak, they dominate in that space, and sometimes in her space, you just enjoy listening and watching. And then most people can confuse that for weakness. I can talk, she don't talk back. And it's not only her, a lot of people. Because I like to speak where it makes sense. And be aggressive, as you said, whether it's market. I like to put my energy where it makes sense.
Where it makes sense.
Not where it's unnecessary.
Okay.
So most times when they are doing the unnecessary and I'm quiet, they confuse that to think they can come with the same unnecessary to me and I will be quiet too. It's one thing to watch you attack other people and I'm quiet and I won't say a thing and jump into your train. It's one thing when the train is looking for me. It's totally different. Like, I'm nice, but
you also
let the train pass. But if the train is looking for me, then I have to make the train stop. Because don't come for me. Just continue the way you were continuing. So,
and that medium train was coming for you.
Yeah, and I think also where she understood, which I understand where it's coming from. She was not expecting, because that's how she knows me. That's why it's like, I didn't expect this girl to stop a train. I thought because she's not, no, the train is not coming in my direction. That's why I was just watching it pass. But if it comes to me, you'll see my powers. That's all.
What was the core of the issue, though? Like, what was the...
No.
Where did you guys disagree?
No, there was no core. Yeah. It's not even for her. That's why you said she didn't wake up by herself and said, I'm going to go live and ta-da-da-da, Julia. No, there was no core. She was having a conversation with someone who don't know me like that.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you find your puppet.
Okay.
You find your puppet. Someone can be irritated.
Your cheerleader.
And your cheerleader. And then you're like, Marianne, let's talk about Julia. And then, as I said, because you know this one can never stop the train, you're like, yeah. You're just foiled by something that later you realize, why did I even entertain that? You see? So me, I understand there was nothing. That's why I said what I said. Because that whole conversation, if you know where it's coming from, it's hilarious. It's so funny. I was literally laughing. I was like, that's why I said, people must be on clouds. Because there's just no way in your right mind you can say something like that. Yeah. But I also understood because she was not alone. It's conversation. It's like we're sitting here and you say something and I feel like I can say anything because what will she do? You know, but then you know, I didn't wake up and I didn't bring up the topic. Somebody had to bring up the topic. Yeah. If you go very well, there were two people on the live. And the other person was, because they know, represent me. I cannot. Then you look stupid. You understand? Which was not the case. So, and that's why it was not heart-to-heart beef. There is nothing. We love each other and we both, I understood and she eventually understood that somebody had to fuel you from the back. I mean, it happens in the Bible too, you know. If I was just in the garden, somebody to eat and say, eat the apple. Sometimes it's not from you, it's the third party.
But you guys had a conversation and you guys are good now.
We are good. She came, I mean, she went and she apologized and I'm like, we're still good. I love her to bits. She knows that.
But there's just no business relationship right now.
No, for a long time. There was no business relationship for a long time. She's my friend. She's very good. She's a loving person. She gives her heart. She's soft. But at the end of the day, it's always people who are soft, who are nice. They try to be, it's like a tortoise. A tortoise is so hard from the outside, but so fragile inside. Well, some of us is the opposite. We look soft, but probably it's very hard inside. But so you have to shield yourself. It's just part of life. Then people look at you, no, you can't go for that person. Because that's the best way they know how to protect themselves. You just have to understand from a psychological point why individuals behave the way they behave. We are not the same.
And I'm so happy that you took the opportunity just to like clarify that, because obviously there's this perception that the two of you guys have had this huge fallout and that you guys hate each other.
No.
And I'm really happy that it was just silly. It was really silly.
No, I was bored. That's why I responded. I was very bored. She caught me there. I was very bored.
Yeah.
You were like, you know what?
Let me strike back. Let me show what I can do.
Let me jump on this train. I'm used to the trains passing by. Let me jump on it and stop it from inside.
Myself. Yeah. Let's talk about another train that came for you. It's the train that that accused you of stealing a concept, right? And this train. This train said, Julia's trying to, because look, with Olive and you're obviously with you growing, you started diversifying. You know, you started exploring with TV, you started exploring with, do you understand? With many other things. And you had a certain reality TV show that you wanted to launch in Namibia, that you wanted to license that to Namibia and have that version also in Namibia, and rightfully so. Remember earlier on when we started the conversation, we said we need to have our own version of things. That's why we have this podcast.
It was launched, by the way.
And it was launched. You see, it was launched. Talk to me about that situation, because everyone was excited about this reality TV show. That, listen, we're going to have our own version of this reality TV show. And at the same time, but there's this story now again that comes and says that you stole the concept, which at the time I was also confused. Like, what do you mean stole? It's a concept that is there. But anyways, walk us through that.
That's what I said. There's no way someone that have not interacted with me will just come from outside because they don't know me. But when people sit with me, they confuse my kindness. I will repeat. They confuse me being quiet, listening, smiling, because that's how I go far with celebrities. That's just who I am. It's unfortunate if you are blind to see my kindness, and I'm not aggressive. Nobody wants to sit in a group, somebody talks too much, you are looking. It takes away celebrity. So there's this thing that grew in me, that I have a specific behavior that attracts people to me, and I just carry it with me everywhere, that most people confuse it with weakness, which is not. Again, third parties, always third parties, you understand? Like, what will she do is always the question. No, she won't, because when people sit, I don't like gossip. I don't like conversations, like random conversation, for example. Let me talk of it can bring you in trouble, maybe because I watch too many movies. Information can get you killed. Even because you heard, there's something called kill all the witnesses. You'll be trapped in this conversation. That's why I just like to be quiet and listen. Because you don't know, next thing you are in this chaos seconds that just because you were seated, like here, we are all seated here. We speak about, I can make a joke. I actually know who killed AKA. That conversation, if it leaks one, who else was in the room that knows? Because the real killers will come. Maybe I'm even just joking. But just because you heard, you were there, the thing is, there's something else you know. 100%. You'll have to cut off your fingers. So I just try to avoid myself with some conversations that just because I'm quiet and I listen, because I like to understand people's reason. They think I'm weak. They think, that one, she don't fight back. She's just, they confuse that. So that train, going back to that train, in short, you had this vision. You're inspired, of course. And as you said, you mentioned like 5 podcasts. 520, you can name them if you go deep.
All over the world.
But we look to South Africa because it's our neighboring. It's the one we know everybody can relate. Because if you talk Joe Biden, 10% of Namibians don't know Joe Biden.
True.
But if you go to hence we just like to say something that you can relate to with immediate effect. But if I go to America and it's vice versa, nobody will know what's McG. Then 100%. You have to mention those names. Yeah. If you go to China, vice versa, you need to. Yeah. So you're sitting here, you had this concept, this podcast. You think you're the only one who was watching McG in Namibia who thought of making the same podcast? Do you think, let me ask, do you think you're the only one?
There's hundreds of podcasts out there, and I'm so grateful that we are the biggest one. That's why Julia Post Lady is here.
Or the first to actually manifest it.
And I was not even the first, you see.
Oh, okay, you're not even the, okay,
I'm
fine.
not even the first.
Okay, so there's somebody else who actually started the podcast in Namibia?
100%.
Now imagine but you knew you wanted to do it the same, but they were on a faster speed than you.
100%.
Now you just stand up. They stole your idea.
Oh.
That's what happened. You just stand up. Okay. I wanted to do that. They stole my idea. You have never sat in the same room with them. You have never discussed any of this. Your style of even podcast is not even the same way it was going to be. But because you had a thought, like you are the only one entitled to be thinking. When there's other active podcasts in the whole world of a similar concept, and somebody went ahead of you, and you were still doing your planning and trying to look for partners like New Era, somebody ran with a speed, and you're like, they stole my idea. Fine, it's launched, it's done. At least you came and you did yours eventually. 10 years, we are still waiting for your idea.
Because you stole her idea, boss.
Now NBC is shooting the same thing.
Oh yeah,
I think NBC stole her idea too.
So
that's your answer.
Because I was gonna ask now, because she was talking about a whole lawsuit against you.
Where is it? I'm waiting. I launched it. I did everything I did.
Nothing was summoned against you. There was no papers that were summoned.
In fact, you must be lucky. If I get the money I want, I'll take it to court. But let God put it in my heart to forgive her. If I really want to waste money. But if we go to court, if we had reached court, sweetie, you're gonna fail this law. I'll finish her. She's even lucky, and she knows it. Why she went quiet? That's what I'm saying. You know very well. You're sitting here, you have an idea of a podcast. You have it. Somebody ran before you. You decide they stole your idea. You decide, you woke up. Maybe you won't go for them because you don't know them like that. But because a third party will tell you, she won't do anything. She will be scared. She don't have... Assumptions.
Because you are the weak one, most.
Yes, quiet, assumptions. Why is she not going for NBC? Assumptions. As I say, third party, because there's no way. Now, where is it? I stole her idea.
Speaking of the idea, how far did you go with it? Was it perhaps a problem with maybe corporate Namibian jumping on?
No. Yeah.
Or what was the situation?
Yeah, of course, the corporate...
But it's registered, it's
no,
still
it's
there.
Done. The first episode is out. No, initially it was a pilot. I was just shooting a pilot to see... Because you can't put all your eggs in one basket to see how will Namibia receive this. To see how much will it cost me. The difference between Save My Ship and this one requires me to go to weddings. So one episode is one wedding.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
That is a lot of money.
That's a lot of work. It's a lot of
you have to go to Katima and you see, so I'm like, now looking at the first one, I was like, I'll come back for this one when I'm financially ready. Okay. So that's the good thing of having it was just a pilot. But a pilot drove people crazy. Some people received it, some people went mad. But it was just a pilot. That's why it's still there. And I'm happy that NBC, because I think they got excited with the idea. And you cannot play Monopoly. The world must stop because NSK is still trying to put coins together to start his podcast. So whoever is ready must wait. Because I'm thinking about it too. I'm entitled. You are not supposed to do it. When the whole world has podcast, you own it. Toyota has a car, but Toyota owns Toyota. They don't own the idea of a car.
Of a vehicle.
People confuse copyright with the two.
Yeah.
How many cars? It's like, no, my car is 4. All the cars are supposed to talk. Your car have 2 wheels. My car must have 1 wheel. All the cars have 4 wheels. It's up to you, 4 doors, 3 doors, but it doesn't matter. A car is still a car. It still moves you from point A to point B. You cannot own that. You own the logo, like Toyota. You own, like, how many newspapers are in Namibia? Why is it not only one newspaper? Because then you stole somebody's idea.
Yeah.
Knowledge is very important, guys. Otherwise, you end up looking like, I don't know.
We are getting a business lesson here. This is one of those like Gervasio episode that we had Abudi Jerry when he was here, and he put business down for us as creatives. You know, we are learning today. That's the whole point of Industry Loop also. Let's take a small break. We'll play the promo of this talked about show. We'll play the promo just to give you a bit of an idea of what the fight was all about, and we'll be back in a bit. Stick around.
It's a new day, a new dawn, and the perfect time to celebrate new beginnings. Welcome to My Dream Wedding Namibia, a show that highlights and celebrates Namibian love stories deeply rooted in culture. Proud to be your host, I'm Delilah Katanga.
And I'm Cornelia Nauyoma, and we're here to celebrate a love that has crossed all traditional boundaries to be together. Marius from the Okiero culture and Emmy from the Damara tradition. Against all odds, they have made it together, and we're here to witness them become husband and wife.
The reason behind him stepping the cow is to show that he is the head of the family.
But most of my relatives actually helped us with the preparations, and then I also had my maid of honor. I had a couple of bridesmaids assisting here and there. So I can say I was actually blessed to have them all assist me. I didn't do everything alone.
I'm nervous. It's my first time. No, really, it's just I'm nervous. I just want things to go well, man.
It's the NSK here, Industry Loop. We're having a momentous conversation today, a momentous guest, a world superstar, a woman that takes the Namibian flag wherever she goes, and she takes it with pride wherever she goes. And with her, or with this episode, we have her today on the couch, and we're asking all the questions that I know for a fact you gossip about. The questions that I know for a fact you and your girlfriends, when you guys sit around the table and you in your WhatsApp groups, you talk about these things, okay? And she's here to clarify everything and to put things into perspective. Julia Boslady on Industry Loop. Now, Julia Boslady, we, again, with the theme of what I said just before we checked out the clip there, with the work that you do is people intensive.
Yeah.
Okay. You just mentioned now that people, even as Namibians or Southern Africans, we tend to confuse the idea of, listen, it's a car. You can't be owning a car. You own the logo. What was the problem with Shali? What was that Zimbabwe issue like? Because look, I'm also not very big on really like gossip and so on. Someone just alerted me about the issue, and I see it, and I'm like, no, man. One day, we will give her the opportunity to clarify. Here we are. What was that issue? Please make me understand. And this is not even Namibia now. Now it's now Zimbabwe now.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Weakness. They all assume. But question is, where are they? They always come back. They realize, oh my God, it's not as weak as I thought. They are the ones who are tortoise. They are the ones with a shield, a hard shield, but very soft inside. And then us that looks, if you look at the lion from outside, it's so soft, it's so
cute,
puffy, but it's massive. But the tortoise is hard on top, but very fragile inside. That's why it hides. When it talks, it pokes you, but it hides when it's time. Same thing with Charlie. Same thing.
What was the core issue? Like, what was the problem there?
She owes me money, that's all. She owes me money, that's all. Just entitlement. It's just entitlement. She owes me money, that's all.
Because I understand because it was and you are more than welcome to correct me, because you are here to correct us about these things. The work that you did with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather and so on, especially his tour to Zimbabwe and so on, and
Charlie owes me money.
Yeah.
Charlie owes me money. She never came to me directly. If you remember what you said you read, it was not Charlie who wrote, was it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Third party again.
That's what I'm trying to say. They always hide behind the shield. Only you, the owner that understands, where the attack is coming from. If we're sitting here and a bomb falls on New Era, I will never understand why a bomb falls on New Era. I can just conclude from my point of view, but the owner, whoever, they know where it's coming from. They know why a bomb dropped at New Era. It's, for you to look at it, it's funny, like comedian. It's like, why was Putin fighting Ukraine so hard? When we later understood why is Putin being aggressive? It's showing the third
NATO,
party.
The NATO influence,
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes you know what is actually the problem behind the actual problem. It's not. It's just we all know where it's coming from. Like, oh, okay.
So her thing was not just to put on this public spurt to
make
it
gossip.
seem like,
no, it was just gossip.
Did you guys have a conversation after that, or
no? Of course, I blocked her the moment she owes my money from last year. I was not talking to her. So it's the thing of, oh, there is she with Mayweather, or does she think, the aggressiveness, the jealousy. I don't know what was going through her mind. Well, she owes me money, and it's like, now I can't talk to her maybe because I owe her. I can't be friends to her. I don't know. She blocked me. How can I get back to her? Let me hire a third party. Then the third party was exposed her. Because they are like, I'm not about to get involved. I don't know. There's no way someone who don't know you can have the confidence. They don't know what they are fighting.
Now that we mentioned Zimbabwe, and now that we mentioned third party, your aura, the fact that you are so well world versed with all these huge influences and superstars and personalities around the world, also seems to rub a couple of people up the wrong way in South Africa. And you've had your couple of spats also with a couple of influences that side. Is it the same situation?
Who did I have? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Who from South Africa? That person from
Talk to me about the Eno situation.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That's Charlie. That is Charlie. Charlie's the one who paid Eno. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, so wait a minute. So Eno was the third party.
Yes.
Okay.
Ukraine, Putin, USA. I don't know. Let me not talk politics, but yeah.
Okay. We should have established that connection a long time ago.
Yeah, she paid, and Eno confessed have the text messages. I was just paid. She don't even know me. She don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
She's not even, she just copied and pasted. She's like, I don't even write my English like that. That's why if you read that thing of Eno and go read at the end again, it's Charlie written. I didn't even need for Eno to confess. You know, just if a bomb falls on your head, you know where it's coming from. If Ukraine throws a bomb to Russia, you think Russia will be like, oh, there's Ukraine. It knows where it's coming from. It's not Ukraine. It's coming from that side.
Let's talk about Bele and your relationship with Rick Ross. How did that come about?
It's a long one. We have a very good relationship until now. Very, very good relationship. And Rick Ross is a motivational speaker. He's one of the few artists that really wants to put. Rick is the type, he won't give you bread. He would give you flour, everything that needs to do bread, and teach you how to make bread. And then when you get from there, he'll say, go and buy more and start to sell it. He will not give you bread. He will teach you how to make bread, sell the bread, and have also bread for you to eat. That's Rick Ross. And that's what I love about him. When I met him, the first thing he told me is, don't be afraid of me. I'm going to put you on. I like to put on my people. I thought this nigga is talking too much.
Because, you know, they all talk like that, boss.
Yeah. And, no, Rick Ross, what he says is what he does. That's what makes him the boss. He's really a boss that puts on and gives opportunities to anything that he has to do. It's like, put him on, he puts you on. That's it. You wash my hand, I'll wash your hand. You got my back. Rick Ross said, it's about longevity. It's about relationship. It's about loyalty. It's all about that. That's how a lot of artists, it's not about take from me because I'm Rick Ross, or take from me because you are this girl or pretty or that guy. It's let's give each other to make each other great. Let's make a difference. That's why I was like, man, of all the artists I've met, this one is different. This guy, and every day I see, not from me, how he's doing it, I'm like, wow, God bless you. If he was probably the biggest of, with all the platforms, if he was the owner of Grammys and stuff, a lot of people would have had so many opportunities. It's just that we are all limited to what we have and what we can give. So it's not a matter of, most people are short-sighted, as I said. They expect you to come back with a Lamborghini or Ferrari. No. What's the point of having the Lamborghini and you can't service it tomorrow? You can't, it's broken, you can't drive it, you can't service it.
Where you don't even
so
have the
he's not
roads
going
to
to give you
drive
the
it.
bread. He's going to give you flour at the beginning, sugar, everything that has to do to make bread, teach you how to do the bread, so you can have bread and have enough to sell.
So the relationship with Olive and Bele is one that's not going to end now. It's a long-term relationship.
I don't know much about Bele, but the relationship between
Both you and
Rick Ross, yes.
and Rick Ross, it's a long-term.
Bele
and it's not
is
necessarily
reciprocal because of Rick Ross.
Okay, but it's not limited to Bele.
No, I mean, Bele said, I'm doing it out of loyalty, out of love and the friendship we have among each other. I'm pushing his brand because he was pushing me as a PR too, like to let people know. He gave me an opportunity to work with him, to book for him shows, to get him gigs, to people like, we want to take Rick Ross for lunch. He gave me that opportunity, like, the door is open. Anybody that wants something, come through. Most artists don't give you that. They block you with the people they already work with. It's like, you can only know them, but you can't deal with them. Not everybody have access. You can have access to an artist, but you don't have access to do business with them. Not everybody has that access because you have to deal with their lawyers, their manager, but not with him.
But you're not limited to artists. You again, that's why I said world influencers. Do you understand? Floyd Mayweather, oh my goodness, listen, as a boxing fanatic, I come across I come across and I see a Namibian in a very comfortable position with Floyd Mayweather. That relationship, walk us through that relationship just real quick before we get to something else, because I want to understand, like, was it business or was it just Julia Boss Lady being Julia Boss Lady?
Okay, in short, let me give you the scoop now to fully understand this whole. I know I've been around the industry, but why everything was happening first the past 2 years, from Floyd to all these American celebrities. I was in Namibia, living a normal, ordinary life, coming from COVID.
Yes.
Busy with my dream wedding, because, you know, the COVID thing made me that's what made me inspired to do maybe movies or something, because we're limited to concerts and to traveling. That's now when I ventured into, let me do filming while I'm here, because thanks to TikTok, I found passion about filming and all of that. You know, I'll TikTok.
TikToks are very funny.
Yes, I'll TikTok edit my stuff, and then it made me feel like, you know what, let me actually just do this, my dream wedding that I think I have what it takes to produce. Let me try. Namibia, I was in a relationship like any other girl, got heartbroken, got dumped. My friend called me.
He dumped you?
Yeah, short-sighted. I think, as I said,
This woman?
everything is predestined. It's predestined. Everything is predestined.
Okay.
Like, you cannot control destiny. You can't. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course, I'm sure even him, he has no idea until today what was he thinking. And I keep telling him until today, thank you for dumping me, because that's where it all started.
That's where it all started.
Every time I
literally.
see him, I'm like, dude.
Thank you.
Just thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for saying I don't want. In that process, before the whole time, my friend kept saying, come to Dubai, come to Dubai. I'm like, I'm in a relationship, you know, how do I just tell my boyfriend I'm going to Dubai? You already know the stigma around Dubai and all of that. So when I got down, she called me, she was always calling me, I'm like, bro, I'm heartbroken. She's like, Habibi, come cry in Dubai.
Dubai.
And that's how I was motivated to, like, you know what? It's true. I'm going to catch my flight and go to Dubai. I got to Dubai, there was a concert, an all-African festival. She's like, yeah, you know, there's a concert. I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God. I only know African artists because there's an African show. Oh, diamond, platinum, all this focalistic, what. I was like, yeah. She's like, let's go, bro. I know you got the connections, you know, like the passes. Don't worry, I called up Diamond's team. They're like, oh, you're in town? Yeah, okay, let's go to the show together. I went to the show, I'm snapping, I made focalistic, and then the next day, Rema was performing. That time, Rema was not the Rema of today. Calm Down was not. My friend is like, I cannot. The only artist I knew was focalistic and Diamond. Rema and the rest of the artists, the lineup was not giving for me. But my friend insists, let's go back for Rema. I want to. I'm like, who's Rema? Like, what songs does Rema sing? Yeah, let's go back. Oh, okay. Now, of course, I had to find again who is Rema's manager through my connections. I called Maven Record because I just remember the logo, Maven Record. I called one of the managers at Maven Record. He gave me Rema's manager's number. Then I checked. I already had this guy's number. I'm like, so you are Rema's manager? I have to read all our conversations. I'm like,
to double check,
this guy used to ask me. I used to ask him for other artists. When people are booking artists. Then he's always insisting, no, what about Rema and Ruga for only like barely $20,000? I'm like, dude, who is Rema and Ruga? We are looking for this artist and that artist. That's how life is. That's when I realized, never judge people for today because you never know tomorrow. Tyler was just in South Africa today, he's at the Grammy. Life just switches. You know, she was probably only a show for 1,000 rand today. Life, in a blink of an eye, 1 year can change your whole life. Okay, I'm sitting, fine. Sean, okay, yeah, cool. Okay, he was like, let's meet at the venue because we are already on our way. We went to the venue. I had to wait at the entrance, you know. Then when I saw them, like, yeah, Julia, let's go. We entered. Now, while we're there, this whole crowd is going crazy. And of course, I'm snapping. I'm with Rema. And I'm like, damn it, I don't know all these songs, but everybody is going wild. I'm like, who is this Rema boy? But he's actually good. After the concert, the owner of the record label that signed Rema, it was his birthday. I don't know these guys. I kid you not. I don't know them, but people are like, oh yeah, let's go to the yacht party. They're celebrating the manager's birthday. We went as per usual. Per usual, I took a picture with Rema. In fact, I didn't want to take a picture. My friend was like, aren't you going to take a picture? You see? Because he's used to me taking pictures. With her, I'm like, I don't know who will even care that I'm taking a picture with Rema. I'm like, okay. That's if you look at that picture. I don't know. I was like, Emma, can you take a picture? I posted it as per usual.
People started flooding you.
I got a phone call. Julia, oh my God, you've been trying to get a hold of Rema. We want a collaboration. This guy from Angola, Jerusalem. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, we're willing to pay this much. And if you get it, we're going to pay you this much. I'm like, huh? US dollar. I've been working in Namibia my whole life. I was getting the Namibian currency.
And this is your first time getting the
US dollar. I calculated how much in Namibia. Hey! I was like, wow. I'm like, okay. I'm telling the manager, yo, I got a deal for. You see, that's where the whole relationship changes. Because now you're not just a girl chilling with them, you brought business from a picture. But I don't show that whole situation as having a conversation. They still stuck with that picture of Rema. They don't know a lot happened. The picture happened. I mean, the deal came, the guys flew in with immediate effect. Because Dubai is a good thing. You just apply for a visa in less than 24 hours, your visa is out. It depends. Express, Dubai is just about money. How much do you have? How fast do you want your visa? You get it. The guys flew in, the deal was done, I got my card, and then They were like, you know, there's another show, One Africa happening. The Angolans, if you get us the show, we give you $5,000.
US now. Hey.
I'm like, usually, we're the one who's supposed to give you money to. You want to pay. They just want the platform. You are willing to pay me. So before I even go there, fine. We're doing the Rema thing. So then you find other artists who are interested to meet Rema. I met some guys from America, say from LA. We exchange, hey, where are you from? Because now they can see my relationship with Rema and the management is so tight that they started giving me that respect. Like they're curious to know who is this girl and what is her role. I'm like, no, I do this. I'm like, oh yeah, me too. I do this. You know, I work with Trey Songz, Jason Derulo, LA. Yeah, and Jason Derulo is coming next week. I'm like, oh my God, I love to meet Jason Derulo. He's talking, as you said. I mean, yeah, next week Wednesday you're around. You can come for dinner. I'm like, I said I'm not flying out until I go and see Jason Derulo. I went for dinner with Jason Derulo.
Yeah.
That's how it happened. At the dinner with Jason Derulo, we are having dinner. That's the video I have where Jason is saying Namibia, what to I'll send it to you. Namibia, I'm telling them, I'm just excited to tell them about Namibia. And then after the dinner, I met Jason, we connected. Now I know the manager. CK came to Dubai in the course of that week.
Yeah.
Then again, let's go to the show. Same thing happened. Call CK's manager. I like to go to the show with you guys. Yeah, cool, no problem. Then before the day of the show, they called me, because you know some of these artists they're coming to Dubai for the first time. They can already see my issue. I was with Remes, you see them. They're checking out my Instagram. Yeah, she was with Remes, she was with Jason Derulo. So I think she knows her way around Dubai. But I don't know my way around Dubai. Everything was happening so fast. I just came from a heartbreak. I didn't even have a chance to cry over that heartbreak. Everything was moving so fast in Dubai. I was getting money I never... Like money I was begging sponsors in Namibia.
To be happy with.
Please, I just need this much to shoot my dream wedding. I was getting it for an introduction. I was like, wow. That's why I keep going back to Dubai, if you have to understand. Because that's the place that gave birth to me financially, like broke.
And the network.
And the network, okay. CK came, here's the thing, CK, they wanted a stylist. I called my guy who introduced me to Jason Derulo because he seems to know his way around. I didn't tell him I don't know a stylist. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get you the stylist. I called Abraham. You know CK? Yeah. Okay, CK wants a stylist. Oh, okay, call Sissy. Now who's, okay, yeah. Say hi, Sissy. Oh, hi, I got your number from Abraham. You see, because of who the introduction. Oh, yeah. No, CK. Oh, wow. I'm a huge fan of CK. Yeah, but okay, babe, right now I'm in a hurry. Mayweather is in the town. Because CK, Sissy, that time she's the girl running to buy, you know. Okay, and also I got Tiger and I got, everybody is just calling me. But at the same time, she's a huge fan of CK. Yeah. Now she didn't know. Must she go for Floyd or CK? Yeah. Then she was like, she's not about to miss CK. She's like, you know what, babe? I'm going to get him the outfit. But can you bring CK to the party? I'm like, hell yeah.
To the Floyd party?
Yes. I'm like, hell yeah. You see, that's how things keep connecting. We went to the show with CK. I keep saying, yo, guys, no, Floyd. They're also excited, Floyd Mayweather. And now the promoter who brought CK, he's the biggest promoter in Dubai. Okay. That's the guy I'm always taking pictures with. Because of CK, he met me. Why was he curious? Who is this girl that knows about this part that I don't even know about? Yeah. Where everybody, Jason Derulo is there, Mayweather, at some villa, CK. We went, I met Sia. Oh, hi, what you do? Then he started saying, let's walk together. You know, he felt, and no, he checked on my Instagram. He saw the people I already know. And then he's like, we should walk together. I'm like, yeah, cool. I went to the party. So I met Mayweather, them's team. I'm with Jason Derulo, them. It's a whole shebang. But now when I'm there, I'm the connect. Because now it looked like I'm the one who brought CK. Yeah. It's like I played a big role, which was giving more respect
to your
because
name.
CK that time was a hot sauce, you know, TikTok.
Yes, it was in the Arab world everywhere. He was blowing.
Yes,
up.
I still have those pictures of that specific day. I can send them to you. Yeah. So that's now where I have Jason Derulo's managers connections. I have Mayweather. After when CK left, because everything is happening in Dubai, it's happening fast. That Saturday or something, Mayweather is making an appearance at the club. I got invited. I went. That's now where we bonded more. Now people
Nicely
started
now.
seeing I'm chilling with Mayweather, and that's how back home again, phone call, I wanna meet Mayweather. That's how we started. Julie, I want to meet Mayweather. If you introduce me to Mayweather, I'll give you $10,000 US. Yeah. I'm like, Mayweather, you better not stop my bag.
Mention this this
No,
figures
for real.
as if it's nothing.
No, for real. I was like, Mayweather is not gonna stop my bag. You're gonna meet this guy whether he likes it or not. I had to like, so I had to promote this guy because he's from Zimbabwe. That's how Zimbabwe came in. I had to promote this guy. And that same guy, the white guy that I met because of CK,
Yes.
he's the one who introduced me to Rick Ross.
Okay.
You see, the whole thing started. And that's now where you see. Then from there, I keep meeting. So now I have this whole family in Dubai that
That
when there's
takes care of you.
something
Yeah.
that takes care of me, like, oh, Quavo is coming. Or if you are not there, can you have the number? You meet. So yeah, and then with me, as I said, it's a lot that happens behind every picture I take with the celebrities. There's always an opportunity, a crazy opportunity. So to others, is the picture is groupie, good. I'm happy being this groupie that's getting paid this much. I'm so happy with it, if that's what you want to see. Because I'm not going to make, I can't start recording, making deals and being paid. It's childish. Why would I want to do that? But at the right time, at the right appropriate place, after every deal, we sit somewhere and we take a picture professionally. Why would I be recording like it's a reality show doing these deals? And that's up to them. I don't care. But whether what you think I'm doing in Dubai, that's your story. I know I'm getting paid in Dubai. Because not only that, I take artists get paid to have dinner at restaurants. Crazy, man. I get paid $2,000 to take an artist to a guy's restaurant. If you convert,
And it's worth the money.
who in Namibia? Oh my God! Here we take people for free.
Yes, true.
They eat for free and you take it for free.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not complaining, but I'm like, wow.
The standards are different.
No, and then they want to come and lie. And say,
And lie on
what
your
does she
name.
do in Dubai?
Yeah.
That's your story. I don't care. I know what I have.
You securing
I
the
have
bag.
receipts. I have all the receipts in the world. How I'm securing the bag with these celebrities I'm taking pictures with that people say it's by luck, right place. I guess so, but in the end of the day, it's predestined. You cannot control destiny. This guy had to dump my ass for me today to meet Rick Ross.
I know who's this guy. Okay, it's fine.
No, I thank him so much. Please, if you're watching this, thank you for breaking up with me because thank you so much.
I'm just so perplexed. I'm like, look at all of this queen that you have here. Before I let you go, I have to ask you this question. You have found yourself in uncompromising spaces with world superstars. You didn't study for this thing.
I swear.
You were not groomed for this thing. You didn't have a textbook to tell you, okay, if we meet Floyd, you must act like this, or if you meet Rick Ross, you must act like this. If you meet Trey Songz, you must act like. You didn't have any of this stuff. So you were in spaces, right, that were never conquered before.
Yeah.
Okay. No disrespect to other internationalists. There's many other internationalists, Namibian internationalists that are doing amazing stuff, both politically, entertainment, and so on. But in your case, Julia Boss Lady, you found yourself in the spaces. Obviously, in as much as there's positive, there's also negative, isn't it? For instance, you don't drink. So you're not necessarily going to take a champagne bottle and be like, you know what I mean? You're not necessarily going to do that stuff or grab a cigar and all that stuff. At what point did you feel a bit uncomfortable where perhaps there were advances that were made towards you, be it sexually or in a different demand? At what point were advances made towards you to sort of kind of go with this lifestyle? Because again, the perception out there is with this industry, it's sex, it's booze, it's weed, forbidden in Namibia, it's in all these things. That's the perception of this industry. Here you are on a world stage, literally with, you know what I mean, with these superstars. First of all, were you in an uncomfortable position before? And what were the advances that were made for you? Just put it out for us. You don't have to mention
No,
maybe even
course.
the world
Of
superstar,
course.
whatever, but
Yeah.
but you were in these spaces, and I'm
Yeah.
sure there was negative.
Okay, that's why I said everything is predestined. I'll keep repeating that because I think I look back, I look at the pattern that has been happening, and I later understood there's a journey already that was placed ahead of me before even saying, I'm literally like following maybe somebody's footsteps spiritually without knowing because it's going so well. That every experience I had gone through in Namibia was preparation to where I was going. When I went to Dubai, that's why it was so easy, because while others are still getting starstruck, as you say, trying to read the textbook, how to behave, I was so experienced that it was like bubble gum, throw it, and it was just working because of my experience that I was having, as I said, when I was working already with Sula, with Charlie, coming back to Namibia, if I was mostly like in a position that made me so uncomfortable, the negative, I didn't experience it outside. I experienced it here. Because I was also starting. I had to prove that I am not a groupie. I'm in this business because I see potential, and there's a way to bring change, and there's a way to make money from it. Just because I'm a female doesn't mean this industry is only for male dominated. There is females, which I used to look up on Instagram in America, that was not really dominating in Namibia. The people didn't understand, how can a female do this type of work? You understand? So starting now there, they are used to having females that do this job.
Okay.
You understand? That it was so easy, like Wizkid's manager is a female. A lot of people's artists, ARs and in record labels, they have female empowerment. That in Namibia, it was still new, to like, if you see a girl there, so them, they like to now start, who are you, what do you do, based on your behavior. So already being there, everybody, since day one in Dubai, from meeting me, you act different, you behave different. They look at me, they already want to know, who are you? Because they see a familiar character that they've worked with before. But here, this is where I wanted to give her, because, she's a groupie.
She probably sleeps with people.
This is what she does. That was not back then. When I try to enter a club, or when I'm going with celebrities, they want to block me because they don't understand. It's like, as you said, I want to be at the right place, take pictures. That, at the end of the day, it was a learning experience. It's part of the journey. It was preparing me. 10 years ago, if somebody had told me, being with Cabo Snoop, and that time in Espanol, we're just chilling with a South African artist, professor level, No, if someone told me that time you're going to meet Rick Ross, I'll be like, get there. There's no way, you're lying. Like I was going to go to America or meet all these American superstars. I'll be like, there's no way. You must be kidding me. Because in this level here, they're only used to female being put in this box and the men being put in this box. There's male groupies too, but they'll never look at it like that.
Yeah.
Because if you see an artist, if you see guys and girls in the booth of an artist, the girls are here to do this, the boys are working.
Yes.
Finish. But outside, continentally, they are familiar with female. In fact, they know the powers the female do, because this opens more doors, allows, if you're an artist and I'm your manager, I look this beautiful, you want a collaboration, and you send, as you said, another mailer, the chances for that guy to even break the room for him, for anybody from that team to even hear him out, it has to be money. And if you don't have money, what chance do you have for that record label to even have a fair chance to just want to listen to you? But outside, people understood the strategy. This beautiful girl will be our key to just hear us. So if I come there, we cannot deny that men are attracted by physical, but it's how you play. That's why first ladies, if you understand politics and what the roles women played, Cleopatra, if you understand, you can make use of it. But people are so limited to information that they don't understand the power of having a female on your team if you want to go far.
Doing actual work.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, on your team to work, not just looking at it as sexism. It can open doors. If you don't have money, as I said, it's money or that you need to find a bait. It's called a bait. Anything to get the attention you want. You are an artist. I'm sitting there. I'm smiling. I'm smiling. These artists, they are like, oh, she's pretty. I'm like, can I join your table? Who will say no to a beautiful girl to join their table? If it's not the artist, maybe somebody gotta say yes. But if you're some guy buffed up, they'll be like, we don't want.
Yeah, we don't
we don't want to listen to you. They're like, hell, unless money is talking. But people don't understand the smart strategy of that. That's why you are where you are for years and years and years. But if you get a girl who's smart, even if you can train her, let her use that. I kid you not. She sits, she figures out the manager, and she's like, yeah, I got this artist. Where is he? There is he. 3, 2, 1. He's sitting there. There's the opportunity broken. A lot of record labels, I kid you not, they have females.
Which brings me to my last question now, right? Last and conclusion, right? Last and conclusion, guy. My last question, though, is now, fine, as a Namibian entertainment industry, we've been trying to break into, these spaces, be it the film industry, Dalton, your own blood, he managed to get to South Africa, did incredible stuff. I had a conversation recently, a radio conversation with him recently, one of my idols. Hazel Hinder did it with acting. In terms of artists, Gaza did incredible collaborations with many African artists, including Nyanda from the USA, Brick and Lace. But for some reason, we are just not hitting Hollywood. For some reason, we are just not hitting the BET. For some reason, we're just not, we're not on the world stage. South Africa is on the world stage. Nigeria is on the world stage, Tanzania is on the world stage, Ghana is on the world stage, even Botswana with William, the comedian, he's on the world stage. But for some reason, we're just not on the world stage. So as an internationalist yourself, as an international hustler, allow me to dub you that, an international certified hustler, what do we need to do as a Namibian entertainment industry? How do we have to, what mindset do we need to change to say, okay, look, it's cool that we are popular in Oshakati, it's cool that we're popular in Vintu, in Wavish Bay, but now the world is a global village now. We need to go there, but for some reason we are not, we're just not hitting it. What must we do, Julia?
Study the industry. We go with our own experiences from what I've learned in Ongwediva, and I want to take that experience. It's impossible. Even with animals, even with plants, it's called adapting to the environment. You don't just take a plant and feel like it needs water, oxygen, and what, I'm going to plant it here. But that thing you gotta study to see how can this survive in this environment. We don't take that. We go, I want to go to America. Oh, I'm here. America, I'm here. And then you come back the same. And then you go back, you come back the same. You go to Europe, you come back the same. Or, as I said, somebody's like, oh, let me also just go and meet, if Julia can meet Mayweather, I can also meet Mayweather. Hey, Mayweather, what's up? You didn't even study how it was done. You know it's a cake. You have the flavor, there's sugar. You know there's flour. But you don't know the ingredients. Okay, even if you know the ingredients, you don't know the steps. Every ingredient is say 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of
what? You are here putting 4.
Because based on your taste, on your own understanding, we ignore information and education. You have to study. A white person, most times in the planes when they're coming to Namibia, he is reading a whole book of Namibia. As you're like, I went to Europe. plane ticket. Then only in Europe we have to learn. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, and while you are there, is where you are. Now you're in school. What time do you graduate to get the results you want? If you are still learning on set, you can't be an actor and you are learning your lines on set. It doesn't make sense.
100%.
So you have to. We are only limited by education and information. Sit and study. If you want to understand the examples you are saying, oh, Davido went there. Study how did Davido get there? Do you even study to understand his history, his story, how he got there, and see which route he took? Or you just feel like he took a flight ticket, he landed in America. There is Chris Brown.
Yeah.
No. You need to study. If it means calling me, finding only smart people really have the time to call and ask. We, as Namibians, that's why it's called the land of the brave. We are really brave. We are very proud. We are very proud. We know that it's like, I can do it. I'm going. I'm brave enough.
Yeah.
Then we come back and you're like, man, yes, you are running, but you're running on a treadmill. You are not really moving. You're in one place, but you are running, you are sweating, you are working. We have potential. We have it even better. But again, oh, Amapiano is working. Amapiano. Then it only ends here. It doesn't, your Amapiano doesn't go. We don't study. You need to, I sit with these people. The other time I went to Nigeria with Lady May. We went to Omale's office, management office. I was with Lady May, was impressed. She's like, damn. This is the whole business. You know, when you go in a corporate company, when some of us are like, yo, this is a studio, there is the bed, you are hungry, okay, wait, bring the food. It's like, I'm not judging, but that's what I'm trying to say. And then we want to reach the levels. It's a whole office, a whole business, a boardroom, a studio with staff for one artist. You're like, hey, we have a lot of work to do, because while the others are studying, they're getting information, they're doing research. You go, you know, we just wake up, we want to do it from our comfort zone, from my bed. I put one leg here, one leg is lying down, one leg is recording, and this side it's eating bread. You wait, you are next, and then you're like, me, this is how I get the Grammy. You are really from the land of the brave. You're like, wow, we are very brave. Because we have to study your environment. I kid you not, once you have it, that's how you dominate. Even white people, to take over history, they had to send the sailors, first find out,
to explore.
We don't explore, we just land and want to take over. How possible is that? You have to, even me, when that's why it's easy to dominate even in I was studying, seeing how they move, how they operate, how these promoters think. That's how I could blend in. You don't just wake up and you want to dominate. It doesn't work like that. You can't go on set, I'm ready, you are reading your line, then you are being recorded. It's not possible. That's cheating. You are cheating the game. And
it's only going to get you this far.
You can't cheat the game.
Yeah.
You can't cheat the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from Julia Nicki Minaj to Julia Boss Lady.
Oh.
She was looking at me like, what do you mean? Like, I know. I think Julia, you've inspired us.
Thank you.
I think you did your bit to plant that seed, to make us understand that, look, yes, we're in a comfort zone in Namibia. We have our weird, small, primitive beliefs. There's a whole world outside. And I'm really happy that you cleared out some of these allegations, some of these perceptions about you, and how you go about securing your bag, and the playing fields where you are playing at. You are what is it, Makoya? What is this? You are playing on artificial grass. You are not playing on this normal grass, on artificial grass in football language.
Of course.
And I mean, I have my own personal ambitions of reaching these international stages in different factors, whether it's radio, acting, you name it. And you've inspired me. So if you have inspired me, trust me, you've inspired a small kid in Tsumeb, you've inspired a small kid in Grootfontein, in Karibeb, in all over this country.
Thank you.
To do your research and development, to study the game, to be disciplined, because you don't. She doesn't drink or smoke. Oh my goodness! For some of us, it's like, yo, What do you mean? Then don't drink. But
thank you.
But so you've inspired us. Thank you so much for sharing your truth. Thank you so much for owning your truth.
Thank you.
And obviously, again, to anyone that was maybe name dropped and you feel you were hard done by OC Julia Boss Lady, you're more than welcome to reach out to us as a team to demand that right of reply. But Julia,
thank you.
How's your heart feeling now?
I feel safe. I feel safe.
It's no more Christine Bomaing now. It's no more Fringy Felix now. It's cruising.
Yeah, I want you to think about me tonight. You can't sleep alone.
Okay.
So when you sleep, tell your girlfriend, think about me, please.
I'm gonna get in trouble, guy.
Please think about me tonight. When you sleep, don't take off that jacket. Okay, shower and put it back on.
It's a podcast after all. And you see how when you got dumped, you searched.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, in my case, she understands that this is the game. She understands this is the game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for another podcast. Thank you so much for braving maybe another hour, an hour and a half of listening to us. Next time around, we will have another incredible guest to inspire you to own their truth. Follow us everywhere on socials. Okay, it's a new era on every platform. Personally, it's NSK #GMTM everywhere. But until the next one, keep your eye on this platform and keep loving what's Namibian. Sharp.
Yeah, come over the cut to Katali. We push and slay.